Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Dixon from 95X, and today we have the pleasure of chatting with Alex from the band Weird Nightmare, who you've been hearing on the Fringe for the better part of the last few years. Alex, thank you so much for taking the time today.
Hey, my pleasure.
Gotta say, first and foremost, congratulations. Our friend Chris mentioned to me that Might See You There has been the most played song on the submodern charts throughout 2026. And man, I can definitely tell why. The song is absolutely insanely good. It's an earworm that just kind of catches you and lives in your head rent free for days at a time. There's another single out called Pay No Mind that is also doing fantastic. Both songs will be on the new album Hoopla that's set to come out on May 1st. How are you feeling about this new release?
Feeling really excited about it, and kind of blown away that it's getting played so much and people are connecting with it. But I think I was hoping to make songs that were like immediately kind of quick to give you that sugar rush, quick to give you that kind of that high. I've always loved that from songwriters who get to the chorus fast and keep you kind of up there. So super excited about it, and you know, kind of blown away that people like you are spinning it so much. So thank you.
Oh, no thanks needed. When you get a song that good, you pound it into the ground radio to get people familiar with it. The show's called The Fringe, and for the last 6 or 7 years, I have like a little group chat with a lot of our like very heavy use listeners so that I can get reactions in real time. And I just remember that first night of playing Might See You There, the overwhelming response from listeners who connect to it. And I gotta say, like that song in particular reminds me of so many things that I grew up loving. That
Hmm.
it's because for me, like it's the collision of my two favorite Bobs, Bob Mould and Bob Pollard. So I get a little bit of Guided by Voices and a lot of Husker Du sugar out of it, but it's almost as if they met at this intersection where Fountains of Wayne were hanging out for all the big hooks. And
Sure.
it's just this perfect match of everything I love all combined into one song.
Well, that's rad. Yeah, you know what? That's what this record is for me as well. It's a mix of everything I love. It's a little dabble of the punk and hardcore that I grew up uh, on and did for years with my last band Mets, and then it's some British Invasion influence, which is a big one of my big loves, and then like you said, stuff like GBV and Sugar and all of that stuff is on this record in little mixed doses. And my approach to songwriting is, I'm just kind of at the heart of it a big record nerd and record collector, and so all these influences spinning around in my head, and I think they come out in ways that surprise me, and I'm glad that it's hidden some of the sweet spots for you and your listeners for sure.
Absolutely. For me, I mean, listen, it's barely halfway through March, and I hate making big predictions, but at this point, right, like I know it's going to be in our top 20 songs of the year for
Wow.
sure. Just based on the response, how much people absolutely adore the song. And based on the songs that have been released so far, I'm so hyped to hear the entirety of Hoopla when it comes out on May 1st. Because coming from Syracuse, I too grew up on a lot of hardcore and punk music, obviously,
Mhm.
with their this being the home of Earth Crisis and everything. So I love when things like Weird Nightmare come along where you hear that punk rock aesthetic from the tones and tenor of it, but it still just makes your head move, right? Like to me, there was an aha moment for me in like 2003 where every time I die, I put hand claps on a song. And it was just like this mind blowing thing for me where I was like, wait a minute, the two things I love, which are like old school pop music and modern crazy hardcore, have collided in this way that I didn't think possible. So now all
Oh, they
these
could
years
live
later,
together for sure, man. Like, I think of stuff like the Undertones and the Buzzcocks and even the Damned, like that first wave of punk. I think of it as very poppy in its songwriting, and this record is like definitely, I think, in that wheelhouse. but get back to what you're talking about, every time I die, like the new Converge record has tambourine on it too, and I was like,
Yeah.
Mets always put tambourine and things. I was like, these things can live together in a beautiful way, man. It's just songcraft, and it's you know, having a maybe not so narrow view of your music. And I know for me, it's like there's no limits. I just want, whatever fits and serves the song is what I'm going to do.
Absolutely. And for me, at the end, that I think is what creates the most authentic art, right? Because
No doubt.
ultimately, end of the day, for me, Weird Nightmare has such a punk aesthetic, and there's this juxtaposition, at least in my brain, of like flying a giant middle finger while smiling at the person you're giving it to, right? Like that's the attitude that I love about modern music and artists like yourself that are allowing themselves to sort of get outside of the box that they've been placed in and allowing all their influences to come to the surface. And the fact that you do it in such a subtle manner where it's not like cookie cutter, like the modern day, right? Where it's just like, oh, hey, I can tell that their main influencers are this, and this because that's where they exist. Like every time I hear a new Weird Nightmare song, it takes me on a different journey to a different place that's still in the same neighborhood that you probably wrote everything in, right? But by the same token, I love that exploratory nature of music and art, and I think you're doing an exemplary job of
Thank you
really
so much.
putting an authentic face on what Weird Nightmare is with this album.
Thank you so much. Yeah, yeah. It feels great to be branching out and being really, just as honest as I can be with the lyrics and the music. And it's just, this is the thing that I need to be making right now. And, it was a conscious idea to release this record in the spring because I think, I love the idea of the snow melting and people putting this record in their ears, and maybe it lifting them up a bit, putting a smile on your face, because for me, that's what I turn to music for a lot. It's like I need to hear those beautiful chord changes that have this chemical reaction in your brain. They can actually do magic. So um, yeah, it's a spring record. It's a punky, fuzzy record with tons of pop harmonies, and like that's uh, I think just what naturally came out this time around.
Absolutely. And you mentioned the change of seasons, man. I see myself listening to this album windows down all
I
spring and summer long, right? Because you can turn it up a
love
little bit
that.
louder when the windows are down.
I
So
love
to
that.
support Hoopla, you're also launching a tour. April 24th kicks off in San Diego. Sadly, comes nowhere near Syracuse, but I will say the invitation is wide open. If
Thank
you
you. Well, I think we'll find our way down there for sure. It's just a matter of planning. We're taking things one step at a time. We're going to be doing some East Coast states and then going overseas for a little bit. But yeah, we'll certainly make sure to get down to you guys.
yeah, I can only imagine that this is even more amazing in the live setting.
Uh, you know, Mets had a reputation for being this insanely loud and ferocious band, and I think I can't really get rid of that. I think that's going to be a part of me. So I have a great band with me, awesome guys who are great players, and it's a rock show for sure. It's certainly not a chill evening. It's a lot a lot of loud guitars and a lot of fun
A lot of energy too, from what I've seen with some YouTube clips. So it's
for
definitely
sure.
something that if Weird Nightmare is coming anywhere near you, I highly suggest you go and check them out. And hopefully I'll be able to do the same later this year. Alex, I can't thank you enough for your time. I wish you nothing but continued success as we approach the release date of Hoopla, which is May 1st. And I look forward to hopefully getting you guys to Syracuse at some point, maybe in 2026. And again, can't thank you enough for your time. It was a pleasure to meet you today, and apologies for the disconnect earlier.
My pleasure. Thanks so much, Scott.
Thank you. We'll talk soon.
All right, take care.